everyone, it's Tasha from the Bookish Gal, and today I am doing a tag, and I believe it was created by my really good friend Richard, who is Books, Boys, and Such here on BookTube. I will put his link below, and the tag is big books that I haven't read, and it's really simple. It's basically, like, it literally is what it sounds, big books that you haven't read simply because they're big and intimidating and daunting. So I have 5 books here and another series that I'm going to mention that I don't own because it is really big. But yeah, it's really funny because I used to love really big books when I was younger. I used to think, oh, the bigger it is, then, you know, there's more story, the longer I get to be in that world with those characters. And now I just look at big books and I just kind of go, oh, it's one of those. I don't know what changed. Maybe I'm just getting too old for that. I don't know, but it's a love and hate relationship, so yeah, I'm just gonna get started. So the first book that I have is City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, and it is the 5th book in the Mortal Instruments series, and I really love this series. I pre-ordered the 6th and final book, but I just can't get around to reading this. I don't know why, because I just love this series, but it just looks so big, and I borrowed this from the library. It's not mine, so it's due in a few days, and I can't renew it, so I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what am I gonna do? I don't know if, because it's a really busy weekend. It's Good Friday right now, so there's Easter and everything, and I don't really read much on the weekends because I'm doing like family and friend type of things, so I don't know. I might just actually have to buy this book so I can read it before the 6th one comes out. I put it off and I was reading other things, so meh. Next I have Halo by Alexandra Adornetto, and this one I believe is, yeah, it's about 500 pages, and it's not, I don't know, it's big. I know there's some people who are like, 500, that's not big, and I know I read like the Harry Potter series, and I know that last book was like, what, 700, 800 pages? I don't know, and I love that, and I finished that in a day, so I don't know what happened to me. Here I have Beautiful Creatures. This one's over 500 pages, and I got this a long time ago after I watched the movie last summer, and I loved the movie, loved it, loved it, loved it, so I was like, oh, I should borrow the book. But, and you know, I read some of it, but I heard the series is kind of iffy, so I'm not really even motivated to put the effort into this one now. I have Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. This is the first in the Blood of Eden trilogy, I believe, and the last one is about to come out, and I really wanted to read this series just because I heard it's super good, but this one is so big too, and when I have just a huge TBR, I think this is what it is. I have a huge TBR and I want to, you know, kind of make a dent in my TBR, and I think it would be more effective to read the smaller ones than the bigger ones. I think that's what it is. Even though I really want to get into this trilogy, I wanted to start it and read the first 2 before this last one came out, but that's not gonna happen, unfortunately. This last one that I have, I hope, I don't know, it's a bind up, so it kind of doesn't count, but it kind of does. So it's the Chronicles of Narnia, the entire 7-book series, and so if you think about it, it's not really big at all because it's 7 books and it's about like 800 pages or something. So 800 pages divided by 7 books is not really that bad, but the words are small, very small, and I don't know, it's just so, it's just, I feel like I have to read this whole thing if I pick this up, which I don't, but it just feels weird to break it up. I read The Magician's Nephew and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but it was so long ago I don't even remember. See, I don't even know when I'll get through this, but I do want to. Finally, I don't own this series, but I heard a lot about it, and you know, I'm just starting with the show. I love the show, so I feel like I want to read it, but it's mass market paperback, it's mass market paperback, and those books are fat man, fatter than my head, so it's probably just never gonna happen. So I'm talking about George R.R. Martin's Game of Thrones. I don't know if it's called the Game of Thrones series, but you know, all those books, those are just really fatty books, and I know a lot of booktubers who are reading it and it's like super hard for them to get through, so yeah, those are just way too big for me, I think. So yeah, that is the end of my big books I haven't read tag. I believe it's a tag, I believe. Richard made it, I think. So yeah, I think it was from Books, Boys, and Such, my really good friend here on YouTube. I'll put his link below again if you want to check him out. He's super funny. I love him, and if you want to do this video, feel free to do it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Easter, and I will see y'all later. Bye guys!